Hello YouTube and welcome back to Twisted Fate Games. Now tonight we're going to be doing something a little bit different on the channel. Instead of playing indie horror games or cooperative card games and things like that, tonight we're going to take a stab at film review. So we're going to be reviewing Fullmetal Alchemist, Netflix's latest and greatest attempt to bring our beloved anime and manga.
It's pronounced manga, you filthy casual. Well, it is.
Everyone, allow me to introduce you to Uncle B, Twisted Fate Games' very own resident spirit of imagination.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to my YouTube channel.
You mean my YouTube channel?
That's what you think.
So, now that I've introduced you to the public, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
First of all, I've seen how many subscribers you have. I would hardly call this place the public. And no, I'm far more interesting than you are and would hate to upstage you so soon. That's not why I'm here.
Then why are you here exactly?
Because someone thought this channel needed fresh ideas, and you clearly aren't clever enough to create your own imaginary friends to play with. Hey!
Alright, he's got a point. So today we're going to talk about Fullmetal Alchemist. The good, the bad, the... What? What were you thinking? Alright. So, this was Netflix's second attempt at trying to bring a beloved series to live action. Their first attempt, Death Note, was, shall we say, less than well received? I mean, to be fair, what they got right, it was fantastic. I mean, Ryuk looked brilliant. The book was cool. The girl playing Misa Misa was... she got the spirit of the character, right? Although I never would have... Yeah, okay, so they just really screwed the pooch on that one, I'm not gonna lie. But the idea was close, so when I saw the trailers for Fullmetal Alchemist, and I mean, they look good. It looked like they might have actually figured out, okay, hey, let's not try to put our own spin on this. Let's give the people what they want. Yeah, so they succeeded in doing that for all of about 17 minutes.
Well, you can't expect them to get every little detail right. I mean, look at the uproar in the Star Wars community about the attention to detail and the mess of that.
No, I agree with that. And it was the attention to detail in the movie that may have been its true undoing, to be honest. For those of you who are unfamiliar, Fullmetal Alchemist is a story of two brothers who try to resurrect their mother using alchemy. Their attempt goes horribly awry and ends up costing one brother, Edward Elric, his leg, and his other brother, Alphonse, his entire being. So Ed, left alone with this monstrous creation, uses alchemy yet again to try to bring back his brother. Unfortunately, he's only able to bring back his soul and attach it to a suit of armor for the
low price of one arm barely used. Yes, they've never heard that one before. Please, if you're going to tell it. No, wait, on second thought, don't tell them anything. Give the viewers some credit. If they are watching this video, then they are more than likely familiar with Fullmetal in one form or another and are watching this to see if the movie is worth wasting their time on. This is a good point in the video to pause it and go binge watch one of the series currently streaming on Netflix, or even find the manga and read the original source material. Any of those options are far superior to having them listen to you tell it.
I was giving the Cliff Notes version.
You are giving them a reason to start trolling the thumbnail section.
You about done up there?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Keep going. You're doing great, boss.
Alright, so the movie started out positively enough, though, like, they started messing with the timeline fairly early on. They starts out showing them attempt the transmutation, but just they don't even bother showing the 4 years of them trying to learn it. It starts like mom dies, let's do this transmutation. Just, okay, whatever. I get, but by taking away the fact that it was the training to do this and still messing it up, like full going into it full well knowing what they were doing, there's more gravity to that than just two little kids who were sad that mom died and did something dumb. I mean, like the spirit is there, but it's just so much more. So, but overall, okay. So then they end this weird blend of the beginning of Brotherhood, kind of combined with the end of the Leorst, or Lenorst. Oh, I never get that right.
Leo.
Thank you. So yeah, so it's going on, but I mean, these are again things you can kind of overlook because it seems like they're trying to. Yeah, I don't know what they were trying to use. So, anyways, they give you this thing, and now again, it looked good. I mean, without being too hypercritical, Ed looked pretty good. The automail looked good. I think I would have gone for, prop and actual practical effects over CG, but that's just my opinion. But so, anyways, the alchemy looked pretty good. The costuming was amazing. Al looked great. They introduced Colonel Mustang. And he looked good. The guy looked like he had the part. They introduced Lieutenant Hawkeye. She's again fitting. Now, like, they're hitting the points. I mean, that attention to detail. Even when they introduced the homunculus.
Homunculi, plural.
Homoculi, and again, they did such a great job bringing those characters to life, and then they introduced Hughes. Yo! And Hughes is just like perfect. Like they may have just gone to an anime convention and grabbed a cosplayer and said, "Here, you play Hughes," because this guy was just like nailed it. Right? So
someone should see if he was a homunculus. See, that's how you use the word properly.
Yeah. At this point, I had serious hopes for this movie. Like, I could even overlook the little things at the beginning that were starting to irk me. And then this. Yeah. What the hell, Netflix? I mean, you spend all that time getting so many details right, and you can't even give Winry blonde hair. Seriously? How simple is that? How hard would it have been? Send one of the production assistants. Hey, go get some peroxide. Seriously. No, I'm not attacking the young lady who played Winrio. She did a good job portraying the character the director was trying to bring to life. The problem was that the characters that they brought to life had these subtle shifts that changed them in not good ways. In the original anime and the original manga, Ed's depicted as confident yet childish. He has determination and focus that goes like well beyond the capability of a 12 to 17-year-old male. He carries that air of invincibility that only a teenager has, who's really not lived long enough to understand that they're mortal, even though he goes through all these different, battles and things that, hey, man, you should realize you could die, but he's still got that teenage invincibility because he's going through all of it. And the dude never hesitates to throw himself into a battle at all. The only time you ever see him hesitate is when it comes to actually killing someone. The dude will not take a life or drink milk.
Nice.
Thank you. The only time the audience is really reminded of his age, other than people calling him a child, is when he has an outburst of being called small, or when he's the aftermath of some of the really emotional events that even grown-ups are barely equipped to handle.
Like the Chimera scene.
Right, like the Chimera. So, and, Alphonse, he's shows the similar adult-like qualities that Edward has. He's a little bit more level-headed, but he still has a bit more of that innocence. Usually you can see that in his, when he's having those moments of self-doubt, or, he's naively trusting the words of other people, and then believing the whole bit of the other infused, souled serial killers telling him that, you might be made up or something. So there's that, Winry in the original series is shown as this strong, intelligent, and...
Don't forget her
blonde hair. Come on, man. My kids watch these videos.
Oh, goody! Then they can hear it from you and learn it on the internet at the same time. It's a win-win if you ask me, boss. Here, I'll help you. Hello, kiddos. Uncle B here. Now, repeat after me. Buth?
Sorry, folks. Where was I?
Winry's body!
So, even though she fulfilled certain stereotypical roles, she still played a very strong female character. I mean, she was a damn electrical engineer who did her own metal crafting. Make a tool joke, Skullboy. I dare you.
Meep!
She was never, ever a weak character. Like, the only true moment of weakness she had in the entire series was when she almost pulled the trigger and killed Scar. The movie attempted to try to capture these characters in gestures, and mannerisms, and reaction. Though they looked the part physically, for the most part they just didn't feel the same. Now, I understand you can't do in 2 hours what you can do over 20 plus books or 60 episodes of a series, but by rushing the events and the subtle changes to the people in them, it just greatly took away from the emotional content of the story. The audience didn't have time to connect to the characters and were left with only the surface layers. Ed came off as rash and childish. Al was as lacking confidence in himself or in his brother, and Winry just got reduced to another female love interest. Now, speaking of missing characters, I know there's no way to get the entire cast into a 2-hour movie and giving each character ample screen time. Though, if you watch the last season of Brotherhood, you can see how they pretty much do that very thing in 4 hours. So he split it into 2 movies. But whatever. Alright, so there were certain characters that should have been there, but instead they replaced those characters by just inserting Winry. Hey, let's put Winry here, Winry here. Then not right Winry, let's just keep putting her into these spots. Now, I understand why they thought that would have been a good decision, to build that tension between the characters, but you gotta remember that the audience who's going to watch this is smarter than that. They already know these two. They get it. You don't have to keep, forcing it down their throat. And it didn't add anything except maybe a few dollars off the overall production value. But there's better ways to save money in making movies. I understand that it's a business, but one character in particular whose presence was severely missed in this movie was...
It is I, the strong-arm alchemist, Alex Louis Armstrong in the flesh.
And just where are you going to find someone covered in muscle, a propensity for overacting, and a cleft chin?
And his name is John C.
Your nerdiness never ceases to amaze me.
I feel like I'm missing something.
Only that the entire movie felt like they were trying to cram all the highlights from the anime into one 2-hour movie while still trying to convey the emotional complexity of an entire series, giving the film a sense of finality instead of the first in a possible series of films, as the ending implied.
Yeah, that was it.
Don't mention it. By the way, you may want to think about wrapping it up.
Okay. So, even though I pointed out a lot of negatives about this movie, I didn't necessarily hate it. Like Death Note, what they got right, man, they nailed it. They just absolutely knocked it out of the park. But what they got wrong was so wrong that it couldn't help but detract from the overall quality of the movie. It did get more right than wrong, unlike Death Note, so it shows that progress. It shows that the creators of these movies are actually listening to the fans' input. Maybe the next franchise they take on will be more successful. Maybe, like look at their Marvel titles.
Ooh, like the one about the blind lawyer, or the alcoholic private eye, or the big black bulletproof guy.
Isn't that a bit racist?
No, it's an alliteration and an adjective, amigo. If I were being racist, I would have called him big.
And that's all the time we have today, folks.
Oh, goody, I need to use your internet.
My internet? What do you mean my internet? Oh, hell no!
Well, while he's busy deleting his browser history,
for the love of God, is that even
you
legal?
for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe
do you
if you want to see
find
more of
this?
me.
Good.
And I guess him
baby.
too.